Hello everyone. Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss how to declare variables, how to declare types of variable, how to make them constant, and what are the keywords in C++ programming. So in the previous lecture, I told you about what are keywords, what are variables, what are data types. Now we will see how to declare in these keywords, alphabets, constants in C++ programming. So let's check it on Visual Studio. Let's open a Visual Studio, go to the new project. I am doing this again and again so that you can check the process. Okay, Visual C++, empty project, then it should be an empty project. Open this empty project. It will take few seconds. I am doing this process again and again. For 2 weeks I will do this so that you people be habitual of how to open the project. Okay, after that I will keep on doing, I will not keep on repeating this. So now this is our solution explorer. From source file, right click on the source file, add new item and go to the C++ file. So now today we will check how to declare a variable, how to declare a data type. So like how, let me increase the size first. So let's say it is to how to declare a variable in C++. So let's start with usual things, hash include IOStream using namespace std int main and then system pause and return 0. System pause and return 0. So in this program, this int, namespace, include, everything is keyword. Whatever is with blue, whatever is with this, sorry, I misspelled this, return. So whatever is this with blue color, that is a keyword. Okay, so now let's say we want to save some data or some value in some memory location in our computer, and let's say what type of value. First we should decide that what type of value. So let's say we want to save number 5. Okay, so 5 is an integer. So it means now we know that our type of data is an integer. For integer we use keyword int. Now we will give some name to that particular memory location, and let's say variable 1. So this is how to declare a variable, and earlier I told you that every C++ statement ends with a semicolon. So now compiler know that now variable 1, var1 is the name of a memory location. It is a variable and it is of type int. So this is, I write it in comment that var1 is an integer variable. So until now we didn't give any value to this var1. We simply give the name var1 to particular memory location. Now let's say I want to give some value. So it means I want to store, let's say 5. So var1 is equal to 5. Now var1 is a memory location. What this var1 contain? It contains 5. Now when we will run this program, what it will give us? When we will run this program, it will not give us anything. Why? Because there is no output statement. Now you know that what is output statement. Output statement is cout. Whatever result, whatever you want on output screen, that will be available only with the help of output statement. Otherwise it will give you a blank screen. Let's check it here. Means like, because we don't have any cout statement here, so this program is not going to display anything. So let's check it. See, this is a blank screen. Why? Because we didn't write any cout statement. Now let's suppose you want to print the value of this variable x. Let's suppose you want to print the value of this variable var1. So what we will do? Cout stream insertion operator and then var1. See the difference. When we print a screen, earlier when I print good morning or something like that, let's say hello everyone. So if I want to print a string on the screen, we put it on in the double quotes. But for a variable, we simply write variable name. We do not need these double quotes. So let's check it. See, hello everyone and 5. Then press any key to continue, because I didn't write that end line character there. I think I should put my camera here so that I can cross it. Yes. Okay. So if I put here end line, yes. Now when I run it, let's run it. So now when I run it, it will give us hello everyone, find in the next line. See on the output screen. So this is how we can declare a variable and how we can print a variable. This is called variable declaration. This is called variable declaration. When I write int var1 variable declaration, so it means whenever I say in assignment also, whenever I say declare a variable, it means you need to declare a variable. And when we assign a value, it is known as variable definition. Rather, I think I should write it here. I should write it here and I should write variable declaration here, so that it will be more clear to you. So now var1 is variable declaration and this is called variable definition. You can do both at the same place also. This is also correct. So let's make it a comment this time. If I write it here only, then also it is correct. Variable 1, var1 is equal to 5. This is also one way. Okay, you can do it at the same place. At the time of declaration, you can assign the value to the variable, or if you want, you can assign it at the next step. Okay, as of now I will prefer this for you. Similarly, let's say you want to assign a real number. So now you will write float. So now compiler know that this var2 is a variable of type float. Sorry, var2 is a variable of type float, and now you can give a decimal number to var2. Let's say 5.5. Similarly, we can print this var2 with the help of cout statement. Now let's check it. What happened when we will run it. Hello everyone, because it is a string, then var1 is 5, var2 is 5.5. Now let's say you want to be more precise, you could write here var1 is equal to, here it will print value of var1 and here it will print var1 as a string. Same you can do it here also, var2 is equal to, and then in the next line. So let's run it now. Now it will be more clear and more formatting will be good. See, var1 is equal to 5, var2 is equal to 5.5. Now let's say you want to declare a character variable. So let's say I write here char a. So now it means a is a character. Now when I say a is equal to, I want to assign some value to this character. So for character variable, you should assign the value in single quotes. So let's say it is a plus. Let's say I want to assign plus to this character A. Now when I see out this, see out A is equal to A. Now let's run it. See, A is equal to plus. So this is a character variable, this is decimal number, this is integer. Now if you want to check, let's say for example, we declare var1 as integer, and if we assign a floating point number to this var1, let's say I say var1 is equal to 5.5, then what happens? Now when I run it, see, still it will display the variable part, the whole number. It will not display the decimal number here, because variable 1 will store only the integer part. And which integer? Which is the whole integer, 5 point, even up to 5.9 it will store 5. As soon as it becomes 6, it will store 6. Okay. So you will lose your data. So you should choose your data type according to your data, what type of data you have. You should be very careful to choose your data type. Now let's say I say var2 is 5 only. I say var2 is 5. It's not a real number. It's not a decimal number. But because we assign it as decimal number, so decimal number 5.0 maybe is also a decimal number, so it will take the complete part. Now if you remember, when I told you that let's check the PPT. When I told you that when I told you about data types, I told you that this character is also an integral data type. Integral means one character value, one integer value is assigned to every character, and when we store that character into the computer's memory, the binary equivalent of that particular integer is stored. That's why character and integer are the part of integral data type. So what happen if I say that A is equal to some integer value 65? This is possible. We can say that A is equal to 65, but because we declare A as character, when we want to print A, what it will give us? It will give us character equivalent to integer number 65. It will give us character equivalent to integer number 65, that is A. Okay, and what happen on the other way around? If I want, let's say this is 5. Okay, now this is perfect. One more thing I want to tell you, that I will tell you later. Okay, so this is the one thing, how you can declare variables and how you can print them. Now for example, let's say you want to declare two integer variables. So one way is you can declare another variable here, var3. Okay, one way is this. Another way is you can simply declare them by putting comma. Any number of integers you can declare by putting, sorry, it is var2 because var3 because var2 is already here. So any number, if you want to declare same type of variables, you can declare any variables by separating them by comma. Okay, so one thing is that. Second thing is that first you print var1 here. If you want to change the value of var1, you can change it at any point of time. So computer will have only the latest value will be stored in computer's memory. So if I write it here now, var1 is equal to var1 end line. So only the latest value will be stored in computer's memory. Now when we will run it, see 5, again it is 6. Now anytime whenever you print, it will give you 6 because 6 is the latest value. So this is about how to declare variables and what are the data types. Now the second thing is constant. Now let's say I want to declare a constant. Constant can be of any type. Constant can be integer type, constant can be floating real number, constant can be character. So let's say I want to declare a constant of type integer. So if you want to declare a constant of type integer, you should add const keyword, const int, and let's say my variable name is x. So first thing is that const keyword is used to declare constant variables, constant types, not variables. Okay, so first thing is that if you see here is an error. Error means when you declare a constant, at the same time you have, it is necessary at the same time you have to fix the value. Let's say 5. You cannot do it at the next step. So now x is equal to 5. If you don't do it, you will get an error. And what type of error? Let's run it. It will not run your program. It will give you an error. See, x is constant object must be initialized, if not external. So you should initialize it at the time of declaration. Now let's say x is 5. Now let's say x is 10. Okay, and let's print it here. Cout x end line. So very first line it will print the value of x. See, x is 10. X is here, you can see x is 10. Now let's say, why we say that it is constant? Because at any point of time throughout our program we cannot change the value of x. Let's say I want to make x is equal to 15. As soon as I will make x is equal to 15, compiler will give us an error, and error is x is constant. You cannot change the value. That's it. That is what we mean with constant. Constant value, we fixed one, x you cannot assign to a variable that is constant. You cannot assign a variable that is constant. You cannot assign a value to a constant. So we cannot change the value of constant. It is fixed at the time of declaration. So likewise you can declare floating point constant, decimal number constant, character constant, any type of constant you can declare. So now whenever you write a program, you will be very careful of, first thing is you will be very careful about choosing your data type. What type of data you should choose? It should be an integer, it should be a character, or it should be a decimal number. Then if some value is fixed, then just make it constant. For example, if I say to calculate area of a square. So what is the area of a square? Area of a square is pi r square, where r is radius. That can be a variable, but the value of pi is 3.14. It is fixed. So you can declare 3.14 as constant of type float. So here in this program, what we see that how we can declare the variables, how we can give the value to those variables, and how we can print them. Now the thing is that my question is that, is it useful if we declare a variable and we give value it here only? No. Sometimes what happen, for example, I write, again I am taking same example. For example, I want to write a program of adding two numbers. So if I fix the numbers, for example, we fix the number, every time it will give us the same result. Then what is the meaning of writing this program? Means there is no need to write this program on computer if it is fixed for two number. So what type of program it should be? Any two number we enter and it should give us the value. So this is called, when you run the program, your program is able to take the input from user. At the runtime you are able to give the input, and for that purpose we have cin, object of iStream class. In the next video we will check that how to use cin and how we can take input with the help of cin. Thank you.